So when you heard about the Coatson Sustainability Cohort, what made you join?
So we have an amazing campus and we have amazing teachers, and still over the years, a number of my teachers have been going to Coatson events, have been going to different things that were associated with Coatson. I had not. So when this sustainability cohort came up, they kind of said, Chris, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna bring you in. I have an amazing leadership team, but they said this is something that we want to do, and we're gonna bring you into it. And I'm, very glad that I actually came in because it's been fantastic.
I was like, finally! And the reason why I say this is because our school district has had many Coatson schools through the years, and as the cohorts leave, the work leaves, and I did not want that to be a part of my experience in Jackie Robinson. And it was really kind of like a selfish piece, because I had an experience as a former principal at another site, and that is what happened. And so I was excited about ensuring that there were structures that were really sustainable, that would support what's best for kids, not district initiatives. And so being a part of this opportunity has allowed for us to develop some concrete structures that are outside of my vision.
Got it.
Well, first of all, I was very honored to have been asked to speak to the work that we did at our own school, and because I always feel like it's the work. I don't often think of it as something special, because we go to work and we do what we need to do to ensure our kids are getting the very best. I always gain so much from hearing other people's stories, and even sharing our own story helps me think about, oh, okay, we could do this, or oh, we should try that. And then having the opportunity just today and at our table to hear how another school is approaching the work, what struggles they have, what successes they've had, the ideas that they have based on what we've said to them, and the ideas that we have based on what they've said to us. All of that collaboration is just really exciting, and it just helps you look ahead and think about, okay, we could do this, and this is a place we can refine, or just validate something that you've done. Oh, we did that too. Great, okay, and that's working, it's working for us. Okay, so it must be something that's really worthwhile.
So now that you've been part of it, you've kind of gone through it. You were one of the schools that we featured. You told your journey to 18 other schools, really. What are you going to take from this experience as you forge forward?
Yeah. So, we never feel that we've arrived as a school, and even getting featured or doing that, there's always ongoing learning that's happening for us. So even attending these meetings and being there with other schools, what can we continue to do differently? What can we glean from others and learn from to improve the work that we're doing? How is this reciprocated? What are you learning from me? What am I learning from you? And so these conversations that we have with other schools, it's like, oh yeah, we didn't think about that. Or how about bringing that to the forefront again? Oh, that's something we did 2 years ago. We have to continue to revisit. And so it's getting those ideas and branching out to others. It's having that partnership with other schools too, to know we're at the same place or we're at different places. And so what did you learn from your experience that I could use as a takeaway for mine? What can I share with you that's going to help you to push your vision and mission forward, etc. So it's always a learning experience.
Yeah.
Our goal was really to continue the work around balanced literacy and cognitively guided instruction, and also thinking about student-led instruction that is really geared towards listening in and thinking about next steps based on what our students are telling us and showing us. So one of the things that I gained from this experience is understanding the importance of engaging all of the team in discussions around next steps for professional growth and what we expect of ourselves in that year as we approach the year, and then kind of checking in throughout the year in terms of our progress towards our goals that we set for ourselves in professional growth. So I just wanted to make sure that the teachers continued to receive the support that they needed, to implement these practices because we are asking them to write curriculum in many cases. They are the guidebook. So that requires time, it requires resources, it requires my support. And so just being present and available for them was really important for me as well.
So I think one of the bigger parts of it is just being an elementary principal. At times it can be very lonely, and coming here, you know that you're not alone, that there are many people going through exactly what you're going through. So the ability to be able to talk with other schools that are exactly where you are, where you want to go, or where you've been a little bit, and kind of finding your way on that particular, it's great to be able to talk with people, but also just the exchange of ideas, the exchange of what's going on at different schools, how they've maybe dealt with different things. It's really good to kind of give you ideas, help you miss maybe some of those potholes in the road and figure out where you're going. So I think that has been a very helpful part. Also, it's just opened up a lot of avenues for other things that we can kind of bring into our school.
Got it. So now that we've kind of gone through the whole year and you've been part of it with us in this journey, what were some of the biggest aspects you took from what we went through in our journey?
I would have to say that we're all working on the work, and that there are so many schools that are doing amazing things, and to hear from their stories and how they built their steps of sustainability or really allowed me to see different perspectives. Because once again, you're in one particular district, you see things a little narrow, and sometimes you don't know how to reach outside of that box. But the biggest takeaway was the sharing of best practices and models from other schools, and being able to have those the way the structures were set up each meeting with the different protocols. Like today's example was a great protocol process for hearing, but then asking questions, and then that same process being done to you as well. Okay, this is what you say you want and your vision, and sometimes it's clear to you, but hearing it from someone else or hearing their questions allows you to refine.
We have grown as a staff in our capacity with Writers Workshop, and so we are and got our feet wet with Readers Workshop last year, and so now we have the goal in mind of really getting down to the nuts and bolts of Reading Workshop. And so I'm excited about bringing new experiences to my teachers and continuing with instructional rounds, continuing with all of the presenters that Coatson is able to bring, those top-notch people that we get to see, sharing that and just being a part of this organization and this collaboration is what I'm looking forward to, because it's those thought partners that help me think about how I can continue to help move, workshop along, because it's had a positive impact on my students. So this is very much data driven, the work that we do, and the results that we've gotten have been directly connected to the work with Coatson, and I firmly believe that.